Hey everybody, we're back.
Hello.
And we're black.
Ugh.
Yes, I'm Carl Gilliard, and this is the lovely,
I'm Latonya.
much better half, Latonya Gilliard. How you been?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Did I know you?
I think you do.
I just saw you last
You
week.
see me every day.
Every day.
We are back. Season 2.
Yes.
We got season 2.
We got season 2.
That's nice.
Yes. So go ahead. What you go talk about? Something?
Well, we're just happy to be back and gonna be trying. Well, no, we are going to be answering a lot of your inboxes and questions again.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? What we wanted to talk about briefly today is what I've noticed. Not with just my ladies, I'm sure, but people are tired of relationships. Yeah, they're tired. I mean, I had a scenario in my Chicks and Nuggets poll, and I just, throw these crazy situations and relationships out there and see what kind of responses I get, because I am a coach. So I see how I can actually help people, right? I mean, one girl was just like, yeah, I'm tired of all these feelings and all that stuff. I'm done, I was like, okay. But I get it. I do get it. Because you get tired after a while of trying to make a relationship work, trying to date and trying to, hold yourself, out there right. And it's just...
And hitting the dead ends and all that stuff.
Yeah, it can be really tiresome. We've been blessed to have each other.
Yeah.
But I can imagine being out here still now.
Well, when you brought that up to me, it resonated because I also have friends who have said the same thing to me, and I have to say that they are women for the most part. Guys, we kind of find our way. If we can't have what we want, we'll just have what we can get. In the meantime, this is how we are. I'm sorry, this is how men are. So anyway, it made me think about a pastor who discipled me some years ago. He took me to lunch once, and he told me about givers and takers. He said there are 3 types of relationships. There are the ones where you have 2 givers, the one was a giver and a taker, and the ones where there are 2 takers. The most frequent and most readily seen relationships is with 1 giver and 1 taker. That's most relationships.
That's the majority.
That's the majority, okay? And those are, he called those neurotic. Now, those can last for years, but those are the ones who are going through the motions. They're not really happy, but they're content to be together. They got a rhythm, a routine, but they're not very happy. No. Many of those fizzle out and become divorces, but many don't. They just go on, and they're sleeping in separate bedrooms. They'll be doing a lot of things. They're not getting along, but they're together. They just keep it going.
For whatever reason.
Yes, the most frequent. The second less frequent relationships are the 2 takers. Now, those 2 people may kill each other. I mean, just seeking their own way, manipulating each other, just taking, both of them, going back and forth. It's almost like a taker contest. It could be like an American Idol of takingness. I mean, that's what they do to each other. Yeah. And those don't last long. They fizzle out very quickly. Yeah. Now, the third relationship, and less frequent relationship, is 2 givers. Those would be the ones that are effortlessly going through life, laughing, kissing, holding hands. They're 75 years old, and they just love each other. They just love each other. They can't see their lives without the other person, and yet serving each other.
And it's easy.
And so not taking it from themselves. They just are giving. They're just giving and giving and giving and giving.
Outdoing each other with who can give each other what. Just But that's.
And that's a godly model too, brother.
It is, but I mean, that's so rare because most people see themselves as givers, but they're not. Like if I had a room with 20 people here and I said, okay, who thinks they're a taker? Nobody's going to raise their hand.
No one. But we know that some takers in that 20 crew, that group of 20.
Most of us are takers.
Now, the reason why I bring that up is because, first of all, as tired as we are of relationships, very few people want to be by themselves.
Right.
We all want that sublime love in our lives, don't we? I know I do, and I'm honest about that to myself. So there's no way to get that by sitting on the sidelines of being tired.
Yeah, you got to get out there. You got to socialize. You got to date. But it's possible. It is possible. And you've probably hit the brick wall more than you've had.
If you want to attract a giver in your life, you must be one.
A giver.
And it's a self-inventory that you got to be honest with yourself about.
Yeah.
And that's what happened when this brother talked to me about that, told me that story, is that I said, you know what, I know that I am a giver. I feel that I've always given to the people I've been with. And I think that when I look at the evidence of these people's lives I've been involved, I can see the impact that I've had on them. But I wanted to be really sure that I had thoroughly vetted that part of my life in my spirit. And so I wanted to become as much of a giver as possible. And let me tell you something else, too, about giving. Even though it's easier said than done, and you feel like you're giving yourself away, when you give and you benefit other people, you feel better.
Yeah,
and it also gives you more traction to be able to go on if you're giving from a very pure motive as much as you can as a human being.
Right.
To give to relationships. And you're also going to attract. When you attract a taker and you are a real giver, number one, you can see they're a taker because you're a giver. You can see it more easily. And number two, they can see it. They will run from you like roaches when the lights come on if you are a real giver.
That's right. But the key word to me right there is real. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times, like I said, if you had a lot of ladies, let's do ladies. If you had a lot of ladies in the room, and we know we're emotional, we're mothers, most of us, so we do give and give some more. But when it comes to that significant other, that spouse or that boyfriend or whatever, we think we're still in that giving mode. But I'm going to tell you something. If you find yourself over and over in relationships that seem to just fizzle out because you're bumping heads.
And you're imposing your will on the other person.
Yeah.
You should never be doing that.
Yeah, you can probably have a heart of a giver, but deep down in that subconscious, in your mind, you are not. You're more of a taker. And that's why you attract a taker, because you want to say and appear that you're all that and you're a good catch. But if you're still single for years because you haven't attracted somebody who, when it works and it's easy, you really have to check yourself. You got to look in the mirror and go like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Yeah, it could be you. Issues. You.
Well, the whole thing about being a good catch, I ask this to ladies all the time. And some of these women really are very good catches. But if the brother don't agree that you're a good catch, you may be objectively a good catch, but if it's not to him, it doesn't matter. He's not into you. He's just not into you.
That's going to be our next movie, by the way.
Yeah, that we're going to in our live conversation. Which, by the way, let's talk about Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. Jerry Maguire, movie night. You guys got to come out to the Alpha House. Woohoo, Black and Gold. I got on Black and Gold.
And I bet you couldn't guess what fraternity that I belong to. Just guess.
Yeah, it's at the Alpha House. But what we're going to do is it's movie night.
Guess.
It's movie night, and we are going to enjoy watching Jerry Maguire. Yeah, I know some of the people may show up that like to talk back to the screen. I know that. Right. But that's what it's for. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about it afterward. We're going to have candy and popcorn and all that stuff.
And it's not going to be heavy.
No. We just want to have fun.
Because the movie is a fun movie. And after I had that talk about givers and takers, and another really good friend of mine pointed out some things in me as a man about the way I choose the women that I was choosing. Jerry Maguire just came and lit up like a Christmas tree. Even though I didn't watch that movie forever. Yeah. So be there this next Friday. I'll have the date, 3712 West 54th.
If you're single, come out.
If you're married, come out.
Yeah, if you're married, come out. But mostly if you're single. Because you might meet somebody else there.
Well, and if you're a man especially, I think that women get a lot of it. Because my wife, when I showed her the movie, then she saw some things in it for women. But for me, really cool. If you get this movie, brothers, and you want to get married, you will never choose wrongly again. And you won't waste anybody's time. Yeah. And a lot of us ladies, we're like the lady in the movie. Michelle what's her name? Renee. Yes. She's good, but I'm not going to give it all away. Yes, and Cuba and Regina King. I mean, they are
funny.
So anyway, so you may have seen the film before. I've seen this film forever, but the stuff we're going to share very briefly. Yeah. Is going to turn a light on for at least a few of you.
Yeah, it's going to be most of you talking, not us.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Not us this time. It's going to be you talking, and y'all are going to be discussing and throwing popcorn at somebody.
And iced tea and chitlins. If you guys want to bring some chitlins to this thing, let me know. Okay.
Oh, stop. Check out the date. All right. It's going across the bottom of the screen and all that good stuff. Show up. You will be glad you did. We're going to have some fun. And thank you. We are back. Welcome back.
Remember Horseshack? Yeah,
yes, I do.
Okay, so anyway, we're out.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching another conversation with Carl and Latonya. And as you have already guessed, I'm Carl Gilliard, and this is...
I am Latonya Gilliard.
Peace.
Bye.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new, and I want to spend my whole life with you. Since we've been together.